If you have a website, you definitely need to know that one of the things that's going to slow down your website the most, it's going to prevent the pages from loading quickly, is the images as well as the videos that you put on your website. But we live in a pretty visual world. Our websites today often have lots of images on them, and people don't really like to put up with really grainy or really blurry images. We need them to look good. So now imagine if you can turn your website into a video and image powerhouse in just minutes. That's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So let's kick this off today. I want to introduce you to the sponsor of our video. The sponsor is Gumlet. It's Gumlet that's making it possible and really easy for us to be able to optimize our videos that we want to post on our website, to be able to optimize all of the images on our website. And I'm going to show you just how easy they've made it to do. So let's start with video hosting. Now, if you're publishing to YouTube, YouTube is your video host. But if you need to be able to put videos on your website or have videos available for users of your website to view, even like on a separate, their own URL, an easy way to do that is through a video hosting platform. And there are lots of options out there, but Gumlet has made it super easy, and they do a great job of optimizing your videos so that the playback is as easy and seamless and customized to you as possible. Let me show you what this looks like. This is a Gumlet account. Now, at this point, I'm literally just using the free level of Gumlet, which is awesome. There's a free level that you can do a lot on your website before you have to worry about paying for anything. And here's how it works. Here on the side, I go to video, I can go to my video library. I can see I've already uploaded a video here, and I can just add a new video. This makes it really easy to just upload a video from my computer. Let me show you what that looks like. Upload from my device. I find where the video is and I click open, and now it's gonna start uploading. Now you may have noticed that I can also upload a video from any number of other places. Maybe I have a video on a Google Drive somewhere, or I have videos that are already hosted through Wistia or Vimeo, both platforms I've used and both platforms that ended up costing me way too much money. And that's really cool. You can actually go ahead and sync. In fact, if I go here to import videos, which will open in another tab, I can actually import a whole bunch of videos from my Wistia account, my Vimeo account, or if I have them stored somewhere like Google Drive, Dropbox, or OneDrive, or even an Amazon S3 account, I can connect and I just import all the videos all at once. Makes it really easy to switch over if you're, again, unhappy with a different provider. Now, while that's uploading, let me show you a couple of other really cool things. I'm gonna show you how you can customize the video player. And again, this is just at the free level that I'm able to do all of these things. So I can choose, do I want the videos to preload when the page loads? And if you don't know what that means, you can just click here to learn more. And what that means is that when the page loads, it's gonna go ahead and load the video. Now, you might think, doesn't that slow down the page load? And as long as that doesn't happen at the very beginning of the page load, as long as it happens after the written content, it's good. The benefit here is that when somebody goes and actually clicks to play the video is already loaded. And so it doesn't have to load in that moment, which makes that experience much quicker for the user. Other features like autoplay. Now you might think, autoplay is not great. Doesn't that annoy people when a video starts and it's loud? Well, yeah, it does actually annoy a lot of people. But another cool thing that happens when a video is auto-playing is it catches people's attention. And so if you have a bunch of testimonial videos on your website, like we do right here, we like to have them autoplay, but autoplay just silently, a preview, so that people have to click to actually watch it, because I want people to have their eyes drawn to that and want to watch those videos. But you don't need to do that with all your videos. Obviously, I can just have a normal video here with a thumbnail image so that it also draws people's attention and makes them want to click. The cool thing here, though, is that if I choose to turn on autoplay, by default, the audio is muted. So when it's auto-playing, it just shows the video playing, again, to draw people's attention without any audio. And then when people click into it, it can start the video at the beginning and they can actually watch it with the audio. I can include SEO metadata with the video, which is good because it can help Google and other search engines recognize that there's video content on the page and be able to treat it as video content. Do I want the video to loop so that when it's done, it starts over? Do I want people to be able to download the videos? Maybe you have a course and you want people to be able to watch the videos, but also download them. You can turn this on or off. It's totally up to you. Here they have some more advanced settings, and some of these you can't do unless you get a paid plan. Also, with a paid plan, you can remove the little powered by Gumlet thing that shows up. It gives them credit for it. And on a free plan, that's not really a bad thing. You can disable the player controls so that literally people can just play the video or not. They can't mess with it. These are all things you can choose to do. The seek bar, where people can skim through it. If you want them to just have to watch it or not, that's an option for you. And then you can have a dynamic watermark as well, which means you can have your logo or something show up as a watermark on the videos, which also helps a little bit with the piracy, which makes it so that even if somebody does screen record your video, at least the branding for the video shows up. Now, they do have player branding that's already built in, and I can have the logo for my brand show up. I can say where to put it, how big to make it, and also choose the color for my player. Let me show you what this looks like. So I have this other video that's already uploaded. We'll go ahead and click into that one. And you can see the red color that I chose. That's what's showing up here. When I play the video, you can see the logo that I put on here is what's showing up. That's the logo that I selected to put right here. This is the URL for my logo. And it's literally just pulling it from my website, which is pretty cool. The other cool thing is if you want to track the playback for this video, you can do that here. So you can have your Google Analytics tag put right in here. And that way Google Analytics will track people that are watching this video, but you can also put like a Facebook pixel ID in there, which is a really cool way to be able to retarget people. So if somebody watched your video, it'll store this Facebook pixel, and then when that person goes and uses Facebook, you can run an ad that's shown to them that's only for people who have already watched your video. It's pretty cool, right? So I've got this nice customizable video player. I can have DRM protection, all that stuff, and that's really, really cool. But there's other cool things I can do within any given video. So I clicked into this day one video, and you may have noticed in the video library that it doesn't just pull an image from the video, I've actually put a thumbnail there. When I go to edit this video, I can change the title of it to whatever I want. I can add a thumbnail, which I uploaded from my device. And now I've got subtitles and captions, and this is really cool. I actually really like this. A lot of the time, video hosts like this, they're using AI and they are generating your subtitles for you, right? They can generate a transcript for the video. Sometimes they'll even put in the timestamps like this, which is pretty cool. A lot of the time, you can't edit the transcript they create for you, which means when they make mistakes, and they always do, you're stuck. On this specific video, it said, welcome to day one of the Be You on camera challenge. You wanna know how this was showing up when it did it automatically? It showed up as Be You, just like that. Be you. I was like, no, that's not what it's called. It's be you. The words be you. And all I had to do was change it right there, and I save it. And now when the video plays, if somebody enables the subtitles, the closed captions, it corrects it to what I changed it to. So I can just go in here and make whatever corrections I want to, but it's already done almost all of the work for me. I can also come in here if I want to, and I can put in video chapters. So if I want to segment my videos into segments like you may have seen on YouTube, I can add chapters, say when the chapter ends. So if it starts at 0, what point does it end? It ends at 1 minute and 20 seconds, let's say, and then I give it a name, chapter 1. Now watch this. When I go to play the video, it tells me I'm in chapter 1, and then right there is where it breaks, and now I'm on the next spot, which I didn't label it, but I could. All right, now let's look at calls to action. This is cool. I can add a call to action here. I can give it a label and then have a URL, and then I can choose what time in this video do I want it to start. Let's say I want it to start at 30 seconds in, and I want it to last for a minute. So I want it to go till a minute 30. Where do I want it to show up? Well, let's have it be in the upper right. We'll have it be the background color. We'll go with this purple and go ahead and let the font be white. That's fine. But you can choose whatever color you want. So this is RGB color scheme, but I can change that to hex codes, and I can pick whatever color fits my branding, which is great. And I click save. Now check it out. 30 minutes or 30 seconds into the video, right there, I get this little link here that says click this link. It's a little button, right? With that color background and that text. And if they click it, it'll take them to the website that I told it to take them to. Video privacy here, this is where I decide how it's gonna show up. Right now it's unlisted, and this works exactly the same as YouTube. So if it's unlisted, it means if someone has a link to it, they can come see it. If I embed it on my website, then people can watch it. If I make it password protected, people will need a password. If I make it private, then only people that are logged into the Gumlet account will be able to watch it. If I make it public, then I can have it show up in the Google index. People can literally find it with a link. I can also publish it to my own Gumlet channel. I can literally make a channel that's hosted here and let people go watch all my videos there. So for a lot of us, we're gonna leave it unlisted, save it there, and then I can go publish it, embed it here, use this embed code, and I can go, and I can tell it to autoplay, loop, I can enable or disable the controls. I can make it responsive, so it gets bigger or smaller, if it's on a mobile device or on a bigger or smaller screen. And then I copy the embed code, and I literally just go paste that on my website where I want it to show up. I can put in a specific Facebook pixel so I can track the views of just this video, and I can retarget the people that watch this exact video with an ad. Pretty cool. And same thing with Google Analytics. These are all really cool things. Another cool thing that you get here that you don't get like with the YouTube channel is if I want to replace the video, I can. I can literally replace the video file with a new video file. Like I needed to make a couple edits. I replaced the video file. Everywhere that video is already embedded, it just updates with the new video. Really cool. And then if I wanted to, I can delete the video. This is how the video stuff works. They make it super easy. It's very simple to use. I get good analytics here so I can see what the playbacks that I'm getting, what parts of the videos people are watching, the time of day that they're watching, all of that stuff. So great analytics. I mentioned the channels here, so I can literally create a channel here. I can choose to enable the channel, put my logo here, make a title for my channel, a description for my channel, and then make it public. And then I have a place where literally I can have all of my videos that I can send people to. Now, if you're not doing a bunch of video content, you don't have a course or anything like that, maybe you don't need that. And maybe you just skipped everything I've talked about so far because you're only here to learn about image compression. That's okay. It's time to talk about image compression with Gumlet. I have not used another plugin or tool that does image compression that I think does it as well or as easily. You combine those two things. They do it really well, but they do it so easy. Let me show you what this looks like. I set this up in just a couple of minutes, and I had no idea what I was doing when I first got started. So I go here to Images, and I go to Sources, and I create a source. I'll go ahead and add another one of my websites. Now, I use WordPress for my websites, so that makes this easy. I'm just gonna click WordPress, go to next step. And it's like, okay, well, what's the website? Let's go ahead and do this for cookforfolks.com. And then the Gumlet subdomain here, you can pick whatever you want, but it's gonna be something.gumlet.io. So I'll do cookforfolks.gumlet.io. And I'm gonna create that as a source. Now let me go to my website. Now what I need to do is I need to install the Gumlet plugin. This is the thing that I do think is really cool about Gumlet, because I've been using ShortPixel forever and they do a great job. The thing with ShortPixel is they're going to go and create a whole bunch of different versions of every image on my website. That way it can serve up a small thumbnail size version. It has all the different sizes, and it's also going to create the different formats. So if I upload a JPEG, it's also going to create a WebP version if I want it to, and maybe an AVIF version because some browsers accept that, and it's even more compressed. It's even better than WebP. The reason it's doing that is so that it can serve up the most optimized image based upon the browser people are using. But if an image needs to be big, it's gonna serve up a bigger size so that it doesn't look bad. So it's gonna compress it so the file size gets smaller, but it's also gonna convert it to the formats that are gonna make the file size as small as possible without it looking bad. But like I said, it's gotta create all those different versions and store them on your website. Gumlet doesn't work that way. So let me just show you, this is super cool. And I go ahead and install Gumlet Image Optimization, and then I activate it. Now I can click here on Gumlet and go to my settings, or I can just go to Settings, Gumlet, that's where you'll find this. Now it's gonna ask for what's the Gumlet source. And what did we put here? We put cookforfolks.gumlet.io. And then you don't need to put anything here unless you have a different image domain that you're currently using. Your images are stored somewhere other than your website. And then it's asking, do I want to lazy load the images? What that does is it means that the image won't load until people scroll to that part of the page. It's gonna make the initial content on your website load faster. It's a good idea to do. So it's automatically checked. Do I want to auto compress the images? Yeah, that's kind of the point. And then what image quality do I want? By default, it's 80, and that's usually good enough. I'm gonna save those options, and then it says, go ahead and clear your cache. So I'm gonna purge my cache. And that's it, like I'm set up. But let me show you how to verify this. So now I've got this option to verify my source. I can choose an image from the website. So let's go back to the site. I'm gonna go to my media library. So I'm gonna grab the URL for this image. I only need the part after the cookforfolks.com. And then I go back over here to Gumlet and I paste that here. And I click Verify Setup, and it says, oh, yep, the path is verified. Here's the original image. Here's the one that Gumlet optimized. And they look basically the same. The difference is this is a JPEG and this is an AVIF, and the AVIF image file size is smaller and just more optimal. Now when I go back to Cook for Folks, I can click into, let's say, a blog post here, and I can choose an image like this one. I'll go inspect that, and you'll see that the path for this image is now, the source is cookforfolks.gumlet.io. So this image is being served up from Gumlet instead of being served from my own servers. The cool thing about that is Gumlet is gonna see what browser I'm using, and so it's gonna be able to provide the most optimized image for the browser I'm using. It also can see my screen size and how big the image is supposed to be, so it can give me the right size of image. If I'm on my little cell phone, it maybe won't give me quite as big of a file size as if I am on a big desktop. Also, Gumlet has a CDN, which means they're putting these images out on servers all over the world. And that means that they can always serve the user a version of the image that comes from a server that's close to them. So it can actually serve up these images faster in many cases than I could if I was serving them directly from my website. And you can see that that just took us a couple of minutes to set up, and it's free. You can just use it for free. If you're not doing any image optimization on your website today, you should absolutely go check out Gumlet, give it a try, do the free version. It's not a free trial, it's a free level, it's a free version of Gumlet. And it's probably gonna be enough unless you just have a ton of images on your website or boatloads of traffic. It's going to make your website load faster. I said this in the beginning, one of the biggest things that slows down websites more than almost anything else is the size of the images that you're trying to load, as well as if you're trying to load videos from your own server or from a slow hosting provider. Speed up your website and check out Gumlet. Now, if you already are using image optimization and you're fully set up, maybe that's fine for you, but you might be able to save money or just have a simpler, better solution in trying Gumlet. So just give it a try today. It doesn't cost you anything to try it. So go try it out. I'll put a link in the description of this video to make it really easy for you to go do. And that's it for today. My friends, keep building, keep creating your business, keep building a brand. This is paying off. We're seeing people today who are making a great income from their blog content because they're using it in conjunction with their business. Create a business, be a business, build a brand. We'll see you all next time.